welcome to class today. So today we're going to be focusing on arm balances. So lots of different arm balances. The most important thing to remember is it doesn't matter if you actually get into the arm balance completely. The prep poses and the trying is really what matters. So we're going to be doing a lot of hip opening, a lot of strength work, obviously quite a heavy class on the wrists. So if you've got anything funky going on with your wrists, this probably isn't the class for you. Don't really need any props today except maybe some blocks. If you have some, it can be helpful to bring the floor a little bit closer to you. I don't have any, but if you've got some and you want them, grab them. Otherwise, we're going to get started right on our back. So bring the soles of the feet together and then lie down on your back in Supta Baddha Konasana. Take one hand to the lower belly, one hand to the chest, and close the eyes. And take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Feel the belly lift, feel the chest lift. And then let it go through the mouth. And then one more like that. Inhale through the nose, hold it at the top. And then exhale through the mouth. And then start to breathe in and out through the nose. Maybe coming into Ujjayi, having an audible quality to the breath. And take this moment to set an intention. Maybe that's letting go of fear or letting go of expectations and just accepting what comes next. And then start to blink the eyes open, bring the knees together. Take the arms out to a cactus position. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Draw the knees in towards you. And then you're going to drop the knees over towards the left. So you're using the right ankle as an anchor on the you're using the left ankle as an anchor on the right knee. And then inhale through center. And then you're just going to switch it over. So take the right ankle over the left knee, draw the knees in, and then twist over towards the right, using the right ankle as an anchor on the left knee. And then inhale, bring it through center. And then reach for the outside edges of your feet, your ankles, your calves, whatever you can grab, and come into happy baby pose, maybe gently rocking from side to side. And then we're going to get into the core a little bit. So bring the big toes together, and then you're going to take your arms directly up to the sky. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to start to lift your chest off and start to reach your hands forward so that your elbows come to the insides of your knees. And then draw your knees a little bit closer towards your face. So you're kind of in crow pose on your back. And you can flip your palms up towards the ceiling if that helps you get more into the mood. Take 2 more breaths here. And then exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. Lay the head back. Bring the hands behind the head. Inhale. Exhale, take the feet to tabletop. Shins parallel to the floor, knees above the hips. Inhale here. And then exhale, peel the chest off. The head is cradled in the neck, so, oh my goodness, the head is cradled in the hands, so don't yank on the neck. It's going to be a troublesome word day today. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, draw the right knee in towards you, send the left leg long, twist towards the right. Inhale here, exhale, twist a little deeper. One more inhale. Exhale, draw the knee a little closer, twist a little deeper. And then inhale back to tabletop. Exhale, twist towards the left, drawing the left knee in, twisting the right elbow a little bit further. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little further. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little further. And then inhale, bring it back to center, and we'll move to the breath. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. And then keep going to the pace of your own breath. If you need to modify, you can keep the feet down on the floor and just bring alternating knees in. What I want you to think of is keeping the elbows nice and wide and the lower back gently pressing down onto the floor. So you're not jamming it, it's just not wobbling all over the place. And keep the elbows wide and the jaw relaxed. We'll take one more to each side, make yourself even. And then come to center, hug the knees in, lay the head back, take a breath. And then bring the knees apart and come back into that crow pose on your back again. See if now you're a little bit warmer, you can bring yourself a little higher, bring the feet a little bit closer to the face. And then this time really press the knees into the elbows. 2 more breaths. And then exhale, rest the head back. So we've got one more thing here, starting strong. Bring both legs directly up towards the sky. So you want the feet pretty much over the hips. You don't want them too far back towards your face. You'll lose the work in the lower abdominals. Take an inhale here. Exhale, take the hands behind the head. Inhale. And then exhale, peel the chest up. And then we're going to do bikes with straight legs. So inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're going to drop the left leg down to hover and twist the torso towards the right. Try and think of getting the right elbow to the floor on the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Back to center. Left leg rises. And then exhale. Drop the right leg. Twist towards the left. Inhale. Exhale. Left elbow to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Twist a little more. And then inhale. Back to center. And we go to the breath. Exhale. Left leg down. Inhale. Center. Exhale. Inhale. Do a few more at the pace of your own breath. You can come back to bent legs if you need to. One more each side. Come back to center. Reach both hands up towards the ceiling. See if you can lift the shoulder blades off. And then see if you can lift the hips up just an inch. If your spine's really bony, it can be a little bit hard to balance, but feel the lower abdominals engage. 2 more breaths, lift a little higher. And then exhale, hug it all in. Give yourself a little bit of a rock from side to side. And then cross the ankles, start to roll the length of the spine a few times. And then crossing over the ankles, come onto all fours. So we'll take a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, reach the sternum forward. Feel the nice abdominal stretch. We'll stay here for a few breaths, just stretching out the center. And then exhale, scoop and round cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then come to neutral. Make sure that the hands are directly underneath the shoulders. Inhale, take the right arm forward, and exhale, take the left leg back. All 5 toes of the lifted leg point down, and you're trying to keep your pelvis even, gently lifting through the lower belly. And then take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, round as if you're coming into cat, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale, really scoop and round. Inhale. One more. Exhale, and this time we'll hold. So think of really drawing the knee towards the nose, elbow towards the back of the mat. And then inhale, bring it long. Stay here for a couple of breaths, or bend the left knee, reach back with the right hand for the inside of the ankle. And then if you grab a hold, gently pressing the foot into the hand to open up the shoulder. 2 more breaths. And then inhale, send it long. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, take the left arm out. Exhale, right leg lifts. So find your midline, get nice and stable. Take an inhale. Exhale, round, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, hold. Hollow out the belly. Draw the knee in towards the nose. Lift the heel to the bum. That's going to be really important in crow pose. And then inhale, send it long. Stay here or reach back for the foot. Grabbing the foot, gently pressing it into the hand. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, bring it down. Kick your left leg off to the side of your mat. Ground down through the left hand, and we'll come into a modified side plank. So you can stay here with the right toes on the floor, or you can start to reach the right leg up. And then you can stay here, or again, you can reach back for that right foot, this time grabbing the outside of the foot, pressing the foot into the hand. You're getting really stable and comfortable on that left arm, drawing the shoulder blade down the back. So this is a gentle arm balance. Just preparing the shoulders. Inhale, send it long. And then exhale, bring it back to all fours. Kick the right leg off the mat and then shift yourself onto the right side, staying with the foot on the floor, foot to the height of the hip, or reaching back and grabbing the left foot with the left hand. If you've got a hold of the foot, try and open the chest, drawing the knee back in line with the hip. Gaze is wherever is comfy. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, all fours. From here, step yourself back into plank. So make sure that the shoulders are directly over the wrists. And we'll take about 5 breaths here. Gently drawing up through the lower belly. Think of elongating the tailbone towards the back of the mat and stretching the sternum forward as you fire up through the top of the thighs to keep a long, stable line of energy. Bring the big toes together. Look down at the left hand, and we're going to come into full vinyassa side plank. So make sure that the hand is directly underneath the shoulder, and then rotate to the outside edge of the left foot. Feel free to stagger the feet or drop the bottom knee if you need to. And again, you can keep the top leg right here, or you can lift it up to the height of the hip. On your next exhale, bring it back in through plank. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come onto the right side, taking whatever variation you need. Making sure that the top hip draws forward slightly. And then if you can maintain that and maintain the shoulder blade on the back, feel free to start to lift up through the top foot. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, bring it back to plank. Take an inhale here, shift yourself slightly forward, and as you exhale, hug the elbows close, lower all the way to the belly. Bring the tops of the feet flat to the floor, feet hips distance apart, and we'll take a few rolling cobras. Inhale, reach the sternum forward as you draw the elbows back. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, gently pressing through the pubic bone to elongate the lower back. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, keep the elbows hugging in. Exhale. Final one, inhale. Hold here, maybe hover the hands. Exhale. Hold here, maybe hover the legs. 2 more breaths. And then your choice, either come back to cobra or take the hands down by the lower ribs, plant the feet, lift the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Chest moves through the gateway of the arms. Strong through the legs. And then exhale, roll it back. Downward facing dog. And pedal your feet out in your first downward facing dog. And then we'll go through a couple of vinyassas to the breath. Feel free to drop your knees for chaturanga if you need. Inhale, shift it forward to plank. Exhale, lower halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, flip the toes, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale forward to plank. And then we're going to exhale and we're going to hold in a chaturanga hover. So elbows are lower than the shoulders. Lower belly draws in. Drop the knees if you need to. Keep the collarbones wide. Elbows hugging in. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, draw the tailbone long. Inhale. Exhale, reach the sternum forward. Inhale. Exhale, press to plank. Whew. And then look, send it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up behind you. And then as you exhale, you're going to shift it forward, step it to the outside of the right foot, hand. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry guys. And come into lizard pose. I'm doing really badly today. It's all right. And in lizard pose, you can feel free to stay up on the hands. You can drop it down to the elbows or blocks. You can walk the hands forward. wherever you feel like you get the best stretch in through the front hip and the back hip flexor. And then from here, you're going to come up onto the toes of the right foot, hug the knee in towards the shoulder, and then just lift the right foot off. So the right foot's going to come back a little bit. Try and really suck that knee into the upper arm. Hold for 2 more breaths. And then exhale, send it back, downward dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up, left leg up. And then exhale, step it up to the outside of the hand. And then take whatever variation of lizard pose works for you on this side. It might be different to the other. For the moment, try and keep the front foot facing forward and keep the knee hugging into the upper arm. So there is a variation where you let the knee drop out, but we're not there just at the moment. And then really fire up through the back leg, come up onto the toes of the front leg, hug the knee into the upper shoulder, and then lift the foot off. And if it doesn't happen, that's fine. You just work towards it. And try and lift the heel towards the bum. 2 more breaths. And then exhale. Bring it all the way back. And take a couple of breaths. Pedal out the feet. And then your choice, stay in downward dog or move it through vinyassa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look towards the hands, step or gently hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. And then exhale, hands to center. We'll take a couple of rounds of Surya Namaskar. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg steps, knee up or down. Exhale, plank. Hold the breath, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, right leg steps. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Exhale, plank. Hold the breath, lower it to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. 2 more rounds each side. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Hold to lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale. Last round. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. exhale, fold. And this time pick up the fronts of your feet and slip your hands underneath so your palms are resting on the soles of your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Take an inhale, reach the sternum forward, and then exhale, gently fold the sternum towards the thighs. And give a gentle pulling up on the hands as you gently press the feet down. A little bit of traction action to release the wrists. And then release the hands. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to plank. Take an inhale here. Bring the big toes together. And as you exhale, this time roll onto the outside edge of the right foot. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Stay here, or maybe hover the top foot. And then stay here, or bring the top foot into tree. So there is a variation where you take your top hand, hook it around your big toes and extend the leg. If that's something you're comfortable with, feel free. I don't have the flexibility to do it, so I'm going to stay in this tree plank for 2 more breaths. Really strong through the right arm. And then look down towards the mat. Try and keep the tree leg if you can. Shift it into plank. Hold here. Maybe take a tree chaturanga. And then release the left leg. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, downward dog. Inhale, shift it forward into plank. Bring the feet together. Rotate to the outside of the left foot. Or a modified side plank, wherever you're at. Stay here, or lift the top foot. Stay there, or come into tree. And then stay here, or feel free to grab the big toe and extend the leg up if that's in your practice. Wherever you are, stay strong through the left shoulder, gently drawing the right hip forward. I hope you're shaking as much as me. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, maybe come to tree plank. Shift forward, exhale, tree chaturanga. Inhale, release the leg, up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then exhale. Look towards the hands, and you're going to step, jump, or hop your feet to the outside of your hands. So get really springy through the legs. Inhale, and then exhale, jump the feet to the outsides of the legs and come down into your yogi squat. If you need to roll up a towel or the back of your mat to put underneath your heels, feel free. Bring the elbows to the insides of the knees. And what I want you to think of here is really pushing the knees into the elbows as you push the elbows gently out into the knees. So really get that suction cup sort of action going. And then bring the chest nice and tall as you gently draw the hands down. And then we'll take crow pose from here. So bring the hands down, walk the toes together. So you can always just stay here and work on your balance in a toe squat sort of position. Otherwise, bring the feet together, bring the knees wide, get yourself as small as you can. Nuzzle the arms to the insides of the knees. Spread the palms wide and shoulder distance. And it's more about weight shift than strength. So think of rounding like we did in those early cat-cows where you brought the knee to the elbow. Get the scoop of the belly. Start to come up onto the toes. Bend the elbows, suck the knees in, and then start to shift yourself up onto the back of your arms. And try just bringing one foot and then placing it down, and then the other, and placing it down. And then maybe, you get both feet off. And if you do, hug the feet in towards the bum, draw the elbows in, and maybe start to straighten the arms. Wherever you are, we're going to hold for 5 more breaths. And come in and out if you need to. Gently dragging or clawing at the floor with the fingertips will help to take some of the weight out of the wrist. 2 more breaths. And then you can step, walk, dance, hop, back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a couple more breaths here. And then once again, we're going to step, hop, walk our feet to the outsides of the hands. So if you're jumping, try and do it as slowly as you can. Get really springy through the feet. Look just beyond the hands. And then step, walk, hop to the outsides of the feet. Come back into that squat for just a breath. And then exhale, open mouth. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to try single leg crow. I can do this sometimes, but not very often. So we'll see how we go. So if you're still just working on crow, just work on crow and just stay with that. Otherwise, we're going to start by coming into crow. So set yourself up for crow and then bring yourself in to crow. And then you're going to think of the right leg being really, really light. Slide it off the back of the right tricep and into the chest. Maybe you can extend it back. I can't. And then maybe shoot it back to chaturanga. Step it through. Take it to downward dog. And then look towards the hands. Step, walk, jump, float. Back into your low squat. And then set yourself up for crow pose again. And just remember, if you don't get it on one side or you don't get it at all, it's fine. The strength that you're building mentally and physically is far more beneficial than the end pose. I don't think anyone's life got better for doing crow pose. So set yourself up. Take a nice deep inhale and then exhale. And then bring yourself up into crow pose. And then stay here, or think of the left leg getting really light, drawing it off the left tricep, maybe in towards the center, and then maybe you can extend it back, and maybe step, jump, hop, walk through a vinyassa or straight to dog. We all meet in dog. Take a nice deep inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, shift it forward, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale. One more of each. Exhale, knee to nose. Really round the spine. Inhale. Exhale, right knee above the right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale. And then exhale, this time step the right foot outside the right hand again. Drop the back knee and take a few breaths in lizard. This time turning the right toes out to a 45-degree angle, and that might allow you to come a little bit deeper. You can let the knee fall out to the side slightly, but try and have the action of drawing it in towards the shoulder. You can stay here with the back knee down, or you can lift the back knee up, gently rocking from side to side, getting a little bit more movement in through the hip. And then come back up onto the hands. Bring the front foot so that it points forward again. Get really springy through the hips and come up into the hips so you're in a sort of a pike position. Shift the weight back and then start to draw the right shoulder as much as you can underneath the right knee. Take the right hand, grab around the back of the ankle and use that to simultaneously press the leg forward as you press yourself back, and you should be able to get yourself under the knee a little bit more. Hold here for a couple of breaths. Nice deep stretch. And then from here, you're going to plant the right hand down on the outside of the right foot. Dip the chest down as you start to walk the right foot forward. So this is where you really want to think of that knee being super glued to the top of the shoulder. Walk the right foot forward as far as you can. Maybe come up onto the heel. Maybe come onto the toes. Heel, toes. Get a little bit lower through the chest. Maybe the whole foot lifts. Maybe you start to shift forward to balance onto chaturanga arms. Teeter-totter the left leg off. This is not the most beautiful example of koundinyasana, but you get that. And then exhale, step, walk, float back to chaturanga and take it through a vinyassa. We meet in dog. So you guys will be able to see it a little bit better on this side. Although I can't say that I have the most pretty koundinyasana. My hamstrings are very tight. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale. One more each. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, step it to the outside. Drop the back knee. Turn the left foot out on a 45-degree angle, and maybe this allows you to come a little bit deeper. If you're on the forearms, try and press a little bit more into the right forearm so that you send some of the weight onto the left. The left arm's going to want to get lighter. Try and ground down evenly through both hands. And stay here or lift the back knee, gently moving backwards and forwards. And then come up onto the hands. Bring the left foot back to facing forward. Lift up the hips. Shift the weight back and start to snuggle the left shoulder as far as you can underneath the left knee. Taking the hand gently around the back of the ankle or the back of the calf to help you get a little bit deeper into the stretch. And hold here for a few breaths, dipping the chest down, squeezing the shoulder under. And then bring the left hand down outside of the left foot. So you're thinking chaturanga arms, not quite yet, but that's where we're going. Creep the left foot forward as much as you can, and then lift the toes, heel, toes, heel, and then start to bend through the elbows, maybe lift the whole foot off. Start to shift the torso forward, resting the torso on the right arm, leg on the left, and then maybe you lift off through the right leg, sending the chest forward. Ideally that left leg is a little bit straighter, but it doesn't really matter. And then step walk, float back through a vinyasa or straight to dog. And take an inhale here. And then open mouth, exhale. Let it go. Look towards the hands, step, walk or float. Inhale, halfway lift. exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the hands to the hips, shift the weight to the left, and we'll come into tree pose on the right. So the right foot comes to the left ankle, calf, upper inner thigh. And then take any hand variation that you would like. We're only going to stay here for a few breaths before moving on. Just getting your balance. And then bringing the hands through heart center. Take the right ankle, cross it over the top of the left knee, and then stay here if this is enough of a hip stretch for you, or start to sink yourself down as if you're sinking into chair just on the left leg. Hands can stay at the heart, elbows can hook over the shin, or you can bring the hands down to the floor, blocks, or a chair to balance. Strongly flex through the right ankle and draw the left hip towards the midline. You can stay here, or we're going to take this into flying pigeon. So if you need blocks, you can have 2 blocks underneath your hands to bring the floor a little bit closer to you. Otherwise, you're going to bend deeply into the left knee so that you can get your hands shoulder distance on the floor, palms firmly planted. And then you're going to start to bend into the elbows like chaturanga arms. Use the right toes like a little monkey tail around the back of the left arm. And then stay here, or start to shift the chest forward. And maybe you stay here, just getting the balance of the leg on the back of the elbows, or start to draw the left heel in towards the bum. And if that went well, keep extending the sternum forward, really grip through the right toes and extend the left leg back behind you. And then you can step, walk, jump, float through a vinyasa or not. We'll all meet at the top of the mat in standing. So if you're in standing pigeon, slowly make your way all the way back up to standing. Sweep the arms overhead on an inhale. And then exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take it on the other side. Take the hands to the hips. Shift the weight to the right. And then come into your version of tree pose on the right hand side. Taking any arm variation that works for you. And then bring the hands through heart center. Cross the left ankle over the top of the right knee. Stay here or start to sink the hips back as if you're sitting into a chair. And you can keep the hands at heart center, hook the elbows, or take the hands down to balance. Draw the right hip underneath you a little bit more centrally as you send the sternum forward. Strongly flex through the left ankle. And choosing to stay here, or we'll take flying pigeon on the other side. Bend deeply in through the knees. Plant the hands shoulder distance. Scoot the right foot back a little bit. Get that monkey grip around the back of the right tricep with the top of the left foot. Start to shift your weight into the bent elbows. And then stay here, or maybe the right heel comes in towards the bum. Stay here or extend the sternum forward as you extend the right leg backwards. Always handy to have a pillow under the face in case things go wrong. 2 more breaths. And then step, walk, hop, jump back through a vinyasa or not. And then however you want, make your way into standing. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up and overhead. And then exhaling, taking it down through center. Inhale, sink yourself into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step the right leg forward. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. So we'll hold here for a few breaths, elongating through the tailbone, stretching through the hip flexor. And then as you exhale, we're just going to take a simple twist over towards the right. So maybe hooking the elbow to the outside of the knee. Inhale takes you taller. Exhale, draw sternum towards the thumbs. You can stay here with the back knee down, or if you're wanting a little bit more, bring the back knee up off the floor, keeping the pelvis nice and even, really strong through the left leg. One more inhale. And then exhale, if the back knee was lifted, drop it, take the hands down, and we're going to shift back into half split. Inhale the sternum forward, exhale, fold over. So you can stay up here, you can sink the hips back more. You're really just looking for the best stretch for you in through the back of that right hamstring. And try not to slouch through the spine. Try and keep nice and long through the spine, gently drawing the right hip back. And then slowly shifting it forward. Plant the hands, step it back to dog, and then step the left leg forward. Inhale, exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge, and stay. So it should feel really nice on the hip flexor. A lot of the arm balances require a lot of hip flexor strength. Take one more inhale here, and then as you exhale, start to twist towards the left. Bring the right elbow to hook on the outside. Inhale, send the spine nice and tall. Exhale, sternum to thumbs. Staying here with the back knee down or firing up through the right leg. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring it back down to the floor. Start to shift the hips back, extending over a straight left leg. And inhale, shift it back forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step it straight back to dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale. And then look towards the hands, step or lightly hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take the right peace fingers, hook them around the right big toe. Take the left hand to the left hip. Inhale, extend the sternum long. Exhale, fold. And then as you inhale, start to shift the weight to the left and come to standing, bringing the right foot with you. And stay here, hugging the knee in towards the chest, or start to extend the right leg out in front of you. Drawing the right shoulder back, keeping the hips nice and level. Feeling the stretch in the hammy. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, we're slowly going to come out the way that we came in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take the left peace fingers, hook them around the left big toe. Right hand to the right hip. Inhale. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And then as you inhale next, shift the weight to the right foot and come to stand, bringing the left toes with you. Staying here nice and tall, or extending the left leg out in front of you. Gently drawing back through the left shoulder. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, slowly come out the way that you came in. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Exhale, your choice, vinyasa or take it to dog. And this time, look between the hands. We're going to step or jump through to a seat. Inhale, and then exhale, step, walk, jump through to a seat. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to take a few more stretches before we come into one of our final arm balance, astavakrasana. So we're going to take heron pose. There's a couple of ways to do this. You can bring the left foot back by the hip for the quad stretch. If that's not comfy on your knee, you're just going to cross the left leg underneath you as if you're coming into a cross-legged pose. Interlace the fingers, slip them around the base of the right foot. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, straighten the right leg any amount. So I'd much prefer you had a super bent leg than a really slouchy spine. We want to go for length in the spine here. And then from here, you're going to take the left hand, reach it to the outside of the right foot, and then start to rotate yourself to the right, bringing the right arm behind you for revolved heron. And then from here, we'll take cradle the baby. So you can come into like a forklift position where your elbows forklift around the shin. You can hold the hand and the knee, or you can bring the foot into the crook of the elbow and the knee into the crook of the elbow. Wherever you are, you're just moving into the hip. You can straighten out this front leg if that gives you a little bit more stability. And you're just working into the hip, rolling back, forward, wherever feels good. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to work into astavakrasana on this side, and then we'll take the whole sequence on the other side. So we're going to come into balanced elephant first, and then if that goes well, then we can transition into astavakrasana. So like we did in koundinyasana when you had to suck your knee into your upper arm, same thing here. So you want to bring your left hand to the sole of your right foot. Use your right hand under your calf to get the knee as high. I'm trying to figure out the best angle to show you. Try and get the knee as high onto the back of the arm as you can. Then you're going to plant the right hand down. The elbow is bent. So this leg is essentially glued to the right arm. Plant the left hand down by the hip, and then you're going to start to shift the weight into the hands and start by just lifting the bum, hugging that knee in, and this might be where you stay. Next stage, play around with lifting the left leg to hover. Hold for 3 breaths wherever you are. And then exhale, let it go. Give it a little bit of shake out. So if that went well, feel free to stay there. If you want to come into the full arm balance, you're going to go into balanced elephant, and then the left ankle is going to cross over the front of the right, and the legs are going to swing out to the right. So it's not the easiest thing to explain, but here we go. So bring that right knee back on top of the right arm. Plant the hands by the hips. Shift the weight forward. Start to hover the left leg. Maybe cross the left ankle in front of the right, and then start to shift the legs over to the right. So it's more about a weight shift. It's actually fairly easy to get into once you can get the biomechanics. And then most of your weight is resting through the right arm in terms of the legs. Take one more inhale here. And then if you can, you're going to bring the legs back to center, straightening through the arms and sitting the bum down. Now we get to try it on the other side. So we'll come into heron on the other side. So bring your right leg either behind you into half hero or cross it underneath you. Interlace the fingers and then come into heron pose on this side. And letting the breathing slow down. And letting go of whatever happened on the other side. You know where you're going now. And then take the right hand to the outside of the left foot and bring the left arm behind you for revolved heron. Again, trying to keep that spine nice and tall. And then coming back to center, coming into cradle the baby. So whatever version of cradle the baby works for you. It might be different on this side as to what it was on the other. It just depends what your tightness levels are like. All right, here we go. So bring the right hand around the right foot. Use the left hand to get the left knee as high onto the shoulder as you can, because it will slip down. Plant the left hand down, elbow bends out. Hug that left knee into the shoulder. Plant the right hand by the hip and start just by lifting the bum off. And then stay here, or maybe the right heel lifts off. Hold for 3 more breaths wherever you are. And then exhale, slowly set it down, give it a bit of a shake out. And then stay practicing that, or we're going to come into astavakrasana. So get that left leg back up onto the arm, plant the hands down by the hips, shift the weight into the hands, lift the right heel, hook the right heel in front of the left, shift the weight over to the left, shift the legs over to the left as you bend in through the elbows. Sternum is nice and long. And then come out the way that you came in, slowly straightening through the arms, shifting the legs back and landing on the bum. Beautiful work. Send the legs out in front of you. Take a nice deep inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, fold it forward, Paschimottanasana. And I'm not really concerned about whether you lengthen here or whether you fold here. I just want you to slow the breath down. And feel all the space and energy you just created with those poses, regardless of what it looked like in the end. Mine by far is not the prettiest example of any of those poses because I live in a pretty tight body, but it doesn't matter because it's really good fun. And it's a journey. And take 2 more breaths here. And then start to make your way down onto your back. We'll just finish with a couple of spinal twists. So hug the knees into the chest, bring the arms off to capital T or cactus, and then just let the legs fall over to the left, stacking the knees on top of each other, gently drawing the top hip down towards the bottom of the mat. And the right shoulder down towards the floor. Inhale through center, and then exhale, take it to the other side. And take any other movements you need before Shavasana. Take one final breath in through the nose. Letting it go through the mouth. Stay here for as long as you have time. Today, as you go forward, may you be energized in your thoughts, clear in your words, and joyous in your heart. Namaste.